Anthem, the game we've all been waiting for. Is it worth it? Okay, so obviously everyone has their own, preference and like in the game. But, I'm gonna give you guys my short experience with Anthem so far. Press X to continue. Loading screen. Go to point A. Reached point A. Go to point B. Reached point B. Loading screen. Go to point C. Loading screen. Go to point D. Go to point E and interact. Go to point F. Loading screen. Fly all the way to point G. Kill some enemies. Interact. Fly all the way again to point H. Destroy a few turrets. Interact. Defend. Fly all the way to point I. Kill a few enemies. Interact. You guessed it. Defend. Fly all the way back to point J. Loading screen. Go to point K. Interact. Go to point L. In other words, basically just inside. Kill a few enemies. Do the most brain dead puzzle you've ever done in any game before. And with so many flippin' portals and stuff to turn, I guess we can say point MNOP at this point. Go to point Q and interact. Wait for the game to eventually pull you out. Loading screen. Semi-loading screen. Back to a normal flippin' loading screen. Go to point R. Point R reached. Go all the way back to point S. Listen to the best Indian cock music that keeps on looping over and over again, that really brings out the vibe of Anthem. Go to the forge so you can upgrade your javelin. Loading screen. When you're done equipping new gear and dismantling stuff in the worst possible way I've ever seen in an RPG game, leave the forge with a semi-loading screen that really made me not even want to upgrade or customize my javelin. Okay, so what you've seen me play so far basically was the first mission, right? And I'm gonna do a little bit of a montage thing where I put together all the clips of where I had to fly from point A to B to C. This is basically the flippin' alphabet game, okay? I'm gonna call this the alphabet game, because you go from point A to B to C to D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, I'm gonna do a little montage of all the flying. 3, 2, just go.
Feel like I linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
Okay, well obviously that's the first mission, which means that that's the only one that's boring and tedious, right? with the most simplistic objectives ever? Well, I'm actually kind of sad to tell you that no. Out of the 4 missions they give you to play, they're basically the exact same. Anthem has the most simplistic objectives, and it's extremely boring. The combat in this game feels horrible. It's not satisfying. Killing an enemy is... I can't explain it. Majority of times I've basically been relying on grenades and my missiles to kill enemies instead of actually using weapons. Obviously I'm not a reviewer, I've never reviewed a game in my life, but playing this game made me want to do a review just to tell you guys to please just hold on a bit before you buy this game, because I don't feel like it's worth it. Not now at least, it feels unfinished. The controls feels a little bit weird. When you actually hover, there's no way to ascend and descend, which sounds really stupid, but I feel like it's quite a simple mechanic to put into the game, and it's not present. Using grenades and missiles feels so stupid because it actually like locks onto the enemy, which doesn't really feel like you're doing much. Like I said, the combat just doesn't feel nice. The missions are extremely stupid and boring and tedious. There's too much flying. The world is empty. And from my experiences with betas / demos / whatever, they always tend to be the exact same at launch. So don't expect any major changes. I strongly feel that the missions that's gonna come out will be more or less the same. The combat will be the same. I think they can reduce the loading times, but they won't remove it, which is kind of sad because there's better looter shooters at the moment, such as Destiny, Division, Borderlands, that has next to no loading screens. And I mean, this game is, it's 2019. This game just doesn't do it. And going with the combat, the AI actually feels so dumb. And like I said, it's just... the combat is extremely unsatisfying. If you're still watching this review, just wait a few months, get it on special or whatever. From my personal experience so far, it's not worth full price. Not even close. Thank you guys so much for watching though. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe if you want to, obviously. Well, obviously. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.